We have returned to the airwaves after a 3-day weekend. And it's good to see you. Happy Tuesday, 16th day of February 2021. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. Hope you had a chance to enjoy a 3-day weekend. I ran a few errands on Monday. And even though it's a federal holiday, it was President's Day. So the things that would normally be closed, banks, government offices, that kind of stuff, were in fact closed. I noticed there was a lot of people not working yesterday. Traffic was very light throughout most of the day yesterday, so I think a lot of people had a chance to do a 3-day weekend. We, of course, got snow. We haven't seen it since Friday. We set a record low on Friday. We got all the way down to 15 degrees. At Pangbourne Memorial Airport, broke the old record of 16 degrees. Set back in 1989, it was a cold, snowy weekend. Going to get a little bit of a break. Things going to be kind of quiet, really, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and then things change again with some snow, maybe mixed with rain. By the time we get to Thursday and Friday, I-90, Snoqualmie Pass, still closed. It's been closed for a long time. And it's not just a small little section of I-90. It's a 72-mile section of Snoqualmie Pass. It's closed from North Bend all the way to Ellensburg. They just had so much snow and so much traffic that they just said this is just dangerous, and they've shut it down. They're going to reassess the situation here this morning. We'll give you some updates on that. We have some news to get to, as you might imagine. We got a lot of sports because we haven't seen each other for 3 days. And everything else that you're used to, the obscure holidays, some celebrity birthdays today in history. Mike McNally's got an opinion. And to put you in the baseball mood, last week, Eric had a chance to, via Zoom, talk to Jose Oglesby, the owner of the Wenatchee AppleSox, and the general manager, Allie Schank, talking AppleSox baseball. Pretty excited about that. We'll have that interview with Eric, Jose, and Allie in the back half of the program. 14 degrees outside. Cool. Snowy. Winter. Let's see what we got. At 2 minutes after the hour, as Megan pushes the buttons, and we say good morning from the cross cam. The sun is up now, just about 7:04 anyway. It's almost here. Sunset tonight, 5:27. That's 10 hours and 23 minutes of daylight. I like the fact that the days are getting longer. By the way, yesterday's high and low 28 and 15. Our high 28, our low 15. Our normal high would be 42. And our normal low would be 28, so we are in a cool pattern, but we're going to be back up to near normal for our afternoon highs as the week progresses. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. Camera 2. Let's go see, is that the monitor camera? Waiting for confirmation. That's the one, I'm sorry, Megan?
Yes, monitor.
That is the monitor camera. Okay, I got that one right. Looks like it's pointed to the west as we look over the monitor area. This is way up on a hill, pretty much above the drive-through, above Easy Street. I forgot the name of the place, the restaurant. I just drew a blank. Maybe another cup of coffee will do me well. As you can see, the snow-covered orchards and fields in the monitor area. Camera number 3. I've lost track already. Up to Lake Chelan we go. I want to say from Bear Mountain.
Yeah.
Good morning, Lake Chelan. Very quiet and peaceful, and it looks good. The lake is always looking good, though. Nice. I like how that low cloud is hanging around. That's our Bear Mountain camera, not far from the Bear Mountain golf course, which, by the way, is not taking tee times today. And camera number 4. Oh, my. Let me think here. Waterville? Hey, I got one right. The Waterville camera. We're not looking at Waterville. I'm pretty sure the Columbia River doesn't flow through Waterville. The last I checked. Earthquake Point way off to your right. And then you have the greater Aniad area. You can't quite make out the river, the Aniad River. It's a little too far to the left for you to see, but still a gorgeous view from our Waterville Canyon. Pine Canyon is not open. Megan just asked me if Pine Canyon was open. Pine Canyon is not open still, as they continue to stabilize that slope. The rocks have been cleared out. Now they got to figure out if there are any more rocks going to come down. So once again, if you're traveling from the Wenatchee Valley to Waterville, Badger Mountain is the way to go. All right, let's see, 5 minutes after the hour. How much more snow are we going to get? Not much. Once again, the passes are going to have another round of snow. They got hammered with snow over the weekend. Last I checked, of course, as I already mentioned, I-90 has been closed for quite some time. And they're also doing avalanche control work on Stevens Pass. You just want to avoid the passes. Down south, Walla Walla, they're going to get a couple more inches. They got 2 feet of snow in Walla Walla over the weekend. 2 feet of snow. So don't be complaining, folks, in north central Washington. The folks down in the Tri-Cities and the Walla Walla area got hammered with snow, and they're going to get a little bit more today, but most of the snow, as you can see there, will be relegated to the Cascade Passes. All right. From the National Weather Service at 5 minutes after the hour, here's what we're looking at. Again, pretty quiet today. Not a lot to talk about. Patchy fog, a few clouds, and then some sunshine later on. And it will top off at 42, 28 for the overnight low tonight. We'll get some patchy fog forming. It won't last long. Wednesday, get ready for some snow melt. Sunshine, highs will be in the lower 40s again. 27 for the overnight low Wednesday night with a few clouds. And then things get active again on Thursday. As far as snow Thursday, it's not going to happen until right around sunset. Right around 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday is when we're expecting the next round of snow. And we have about a 60% chance of snow, but no serious accumulation. They say maybe a half an inch to an inch, and it's going to spill over into Friday before it is done with on Friday. By Friday afternoon, we could even see some sunshine. And then the weekend, look how much warmer it's going to get. 44 on Saturday, and then whatever precipitation we get Sunday and Monday will come down in the form of rain. So pretty much complete opposite of the weather that we had last week, and certainly into the weekend. To the passes we go. Plan on traveling I-90? Yeah, ain't going to happen. Look at that. Look at that scene on Snoqualmie Pass. It's been closed for about 14 hours now. It's closed at North Bend one side, Ellensburg on the other. That's 72 miles and no highway there. They're going to reassess the situation, they tell us, at 8 o'clock this morning. 8 o'clock this morning, but they really don't know when they're going to reopen. It makes things a lot easier for the plows and everything to get their job done when there's no cars on the highway. So I-90 is currently closed. Stevens Pass, closed. Ain't driving that one either. Sorry. You see a couple of cars there. I don't know how they snuck through. According to the latest I got from the DOT, and this is brand new information, they have avalanche control work going on right at the summit that lasts 6 or 7 miles on either side of Stevens Pass. So there you go. That's avalanche control. When it's opened again, you got compact snow and ice on the roadway. If they reopen Stevens Pass before the show is over, I'll let you know. And so let's go to Blewett, even though you can't hook onto I-90. Traction tires are advised on Blewett. Compact snow and ice on the roadway. Not snowing on Blewett Pass. Again, I-90 is closed. No estimated time of reopening. Stevens Pass is closed for avalanche control work. We'll let you know when they get reopened. They're going to get more snow today. 3 to 7 inches of snow, as you saw on the graphic on Stevens Pass today. Another 3 to 5 inches in the Cascades tonight. They'll be dry on Wednesday and Wednesday night, and then starting Thursday of this week and going all the way through the weekend, snow. Lots of snow for the mountain passes. So if you have to travel over the Cascades this week, your best bet is going to be Wednesday and Wednesday night. They're not expecting any snow. Wednesday or Wednesday night, and then the next band comes through on Thursday, and more snow for the Cascades. Lots of snow. All right, 8 minutes after the hour. Going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Tuesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Winco, we do everything. Everything to save you money. Winco.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Nine minutes after the hour, we have some high clouds, some patchy fog, 16 degrees. We'll see a little bit of sunshine. Later on this afternoon, highs will be in the lower 40s, bountiful sunshine for Wednesday, and then we start talking maybe a little bit of snow, some more snow come Thursday. And here's what's making headlines. A 20-year-old Omak man faces vehicular homicide, vehicular assault, and driving under the influence charges after the 1998 Ford F-150 pickup he was driving rolled on Highway 155 early Saturday morning, killing a 15-year-old passenger. The Washington State Patrol says Martin T. Stanley driving northbound towards Omak, excuse me, at about 1:10 in the morning when, well, his pickup left the roadway to the right, then it overcorrected and the vehicle rolled off the northbound shoulder. The pickup eventually came to rest on its top. An unidentified 15-year-old Omak girl was pronounced dead at the scene. Another passenger, 18-year-old Michael Timetwa of Omak and Stanley, they were transported to Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak with undisclosed injuries. Stanley was wearing a seatbelt, but the girl and Timetwa were not, according to the Washington State Patrol. A state hearing officer ruled last week that Chelan County discriminated against former sheriff's deputy Jennifer Tyler when it suspended her for 3 days over her activity in a deputy's union election process. The ruling from the Public Employment Relations Commission orders the sheriff's office to rescind the suspension and pay Tyler back wages and benefits. The decision stems from a grievance filed by the Chelan County Deputy Sheriff's Association, which argued Sheriff Brian Burnett interfered with union activities when he suspended Tyler back in 2018. Sheriff's administrators suspended Tyler because she complained by email about a candidate in an upcoming union election. PERC says the suspension amounts to discrimination in collective bargaining. Burnett later fired Tyler for alleged workplace violations. She has filed a separate lawsuit over that dismissal, saying there was a hospital reporting error in their COVID-19 numbers. The state said Saturday that the South Central region can now join the rest of the state in moving on to phase 2 of Governor Jay Inslee's reopening plan. That region includes Ellensburg, Yakima, the Tri-Cities, and Walla Walla. The State Department of Health said Providence St. Mary Medical Center in Walla Walla discovered the error on Friday, immediately reported it to the state. The corrected numbers allowed the region to meet 3 of the 4 metrics to move into phase 2, and now they have. The state had announced last Thursday that all remaining phase 1 regions would move to phase 2, with the exception of the South Central region, and now they are as well. A Quincy man is charged with multiple gambling offenses for allegedly running a gambling ring that took bets on the Super Bowl in Douglas and Grant counties. 69-year-old Ricardo Garces of Quincy was under investigation for about 18 months before he was charged Thursday in Douglas County Superior Court on counts of leading organized crime, collecting an unlawful debt, keeping gambling records, and second-degree professional gambling. State Gambling Commission investigators say that Garces ran a $20,000 Super Bowl betting operation in 2018 and 2019. The ring allegedly took in money from bettors in East Wenatchee and in Moses Lake. Chelan Douglas Health Officer Dr. Malcolm Butler says getting the COVID-19 vaccine to people unable to get to the mass vaccination site at the Town Toyota Center is challenging and made more so by a shortage of the vaccine. In a video posted by the Chelan Douglas Health District, Butler said that plans are underway for wider vaccination efforts, but for now, the Town Toyota site is the most efficient way to reach the most people.
So mathematically, the best way to beat this pandemic is to vaccinate as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, right? And to do that, what we need to do is to have people come to us, come to where the vaccine is. And now I'm just talking about mathematics and how to get things done as rapidly as possible, right? So imagine if I have 10 healthcare workers and I've got a line of people who are interested and qualified to be vaccinated. They're lined up in front of me. I can vaccinate 1,000 people a day. I can vaccinate huge numbers of people when they come to me. Now, if I need to go out and find and vaccinate people who don't have the ability to come into the Town Toyota Center, who have language barriers and other barriers to signing up on the internet, with those same 10 healthcare workers, I can vaccinate maybe 20 people in a day. So as far as an effective utilization of a very limited resource, and that is our healthcare workers, the quickest way to get it done is at a central site like the Town Toyota Center and have the people who can make it there, go there and get vaccinated, right? So then what we have to do though is that and. So we need to do the mass vaccination site and We need plans to go out and to help people who can't come in or who have barriers to coming into the Town Toyota Center. And we've got lots of good ideas. We have strike teams that are ready to go out into agricultural sites and to go out to the schools. We have healthcare workers who are standing by at Confluence and at Columbia Valley and at Cascade and in Chelan, so that when the vaccine does come, we, the healthcare providers, the healthcare delivery systems, can actually call our patients in. So I can generate a list of all of my patients who are over the age of 65, and I can invite them to come in so that we can vaccinate them. And that's what we have been doing when we've had vaccine, but right now we've got no vaccine. So please rest assured, as soon as we've got the vaccine, we're going to be reaching out to people who cannot access the vaccine at the Town Toyota Center. And that's super important to us.
And that's what's making headlines on this Tuesday morning, the 16th day of February. After a 3-day weekend, the whole crew will be back at it, working hard, gathering news, disseminating news, and at 5, 6, and 10, you can watch the news. With the preview, here's the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good Tuesday morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, after an unseasonably cold last few days, warmer temperatures and rainy weather is upon us. I'll have your complete North Central Washington weather forecast, and Eric Granstrom will be here too with a look at all things sports. That and all the day's news coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. You got a news tip? You want to say hi? Love to hear from you. Look at the bottom of your screen. You can use the Facebook Messenger app. Go to our Facebook page, click on the Messenger icon, type us a little note. You can email us directly. A lot of people like to do that, and that's a great way to do it. news@ncwlife.com, news@ncwlife.com, or go to our website and you can't miss it. The Contact Us icon is right there. Click on it. The form pops up. Fill it out. Send it down the road, and we'll get it here. Going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a lot of sports to get to. We got some catching up to do. We haven't seen each other in 3 days. Plus, we have the obscure holiday today in history, some celebrity birthdays. Everyone's entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. And Eric Granstrom talking AppleSox baseball with Jose Oglesby and Allie Schank, all coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Her Royal Highness, Queen Tess Sparks.
Join the NCW Life channel for coverage of the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant Saturday, February 27th. The countdown to coronation begins at 6 with the pageant to follow at 7. Coverage is sponsored by Boswell's Home Furnishings, August Edge Real Estate, and Save Mart. The Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant is available only on the NCW Life channel, your local TV station.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Minutes after the hour, let's do sports. Let's get caught up with sports. We haven't seen each other in 3 days, so we're going to go all the way back to, let's go back to Saturday, because we got to start somewhere. Number 1 ranked Gonzaga posted his 20th win of the season. They had no problems at all. 100-61, that is not a typo. They beat what's supposed to be a pretty good San Francisco team. Drew Timme, 28 points, 10 rebounds. Bulldogs, 20-0 in the season. Corey Kispert, Joel Ayayi each had 12 for Gonzaga, playing their 6th straight road game because of, well, the pandemic. Aaron Cook also came off the bench to score 12 for Gonzaga in the win. Taj Iadi scored a season-high 29 points. USC topped Washington State 76-65. Coach Kyle Smith said, well, Iadi's play and the Cougars' inability to stop Iadi led to the Cougars' loss.
Tough one tonight. I thought we competed pretty well. It's hard to beat someone when you go 3 for 25 from 3. They're top 15 team on all the metrics and that. And I thought we did a really good job second half trying to slow them down, and just weren't able to make enough shots and weren't able to defend Edey well enough. Obviously, he got loose, and that really helped them out. He's just a really good shooter. He's slippery. He's hard to, I don't know. He doesn't need much space to make a shot, and he's pretty comfortable doing that. He's much more comfortable at SC. I've always said the WCC is a really good league because he couldn't start at Santa Clara. He's maybe an all-league player, certainly against us. But just his ability can really, really shoot the ball. So that helped them out a lot.
Also on Saturday in Seattle, the Huskies nearly beat UCLA, but they ended up just short 64-61. Marcus Suhonis came off the bench to spark the Dogs. He had 22 points. Cade Green, 14 for Washington. And then the Huskies traveled, to Pullman in the snow, and they played yesterday afternoon. Both teams struggled offensively, but the finish was a classic. Wazoo's Nora Williams, racing the length of the court, scored in a layup with 10 seconds left that tied the game at 63. Huskies without any timeouts, none. So Marcus Suhonis drove the lane, made a floater with 2.4 seconds left. They gave the Huskies a 2-point lead. Williams half-court heave at the buzzer, banged off the backboard. Huskies beat the Cougars 65-63 yesterday afternoon. Suhonis had a career-high 29 points for the Huskies. Eric Stevenson had 18. Jazz Kuntz had 18 points for Washington State. Deshaun Jackson had 14. Wazoo played without Isaac Bonton because of illness. And Washington was without Cade Green because of an ankle sprain. Cougar coach Kyle Smith said Bonton's absence was felt.
Yeah, a little bit of a stinger there tonight. Spotted them 10 in the first half and turned it over 13 times. So, some of not having Isaac was probably attributed some of that, but they didn't have their guy either. And we missed Isaac more defensively than anything else. But you feel like you turn over 19 times, you're beating yourself a bit. But credit to them, their guards, Sonis and Stevenson played great, and Sonis made a big play at the end of the game. But we're proud of our guys. We battled back second half and had an opportunity there to get that thing to overtime. Noah made a big layup, and just wasn't meant to be.
All right, let's take a look at the schedule, shall we? Gonzaga hits the floor again Thursday in Spokane. I hope they know their way there. They haven't played at home in forever. They'll host St. Mary's at 6 o'clock. Also Thursday, Washington State entertains Cal at 7:30 on the Pac-12 Network. Stanford at Washington at 8 on FS1. On Saturday, it's a 1 o'clock tip for the Cardinal and the Cougars in Pullman. That's on ESPNU. Gonzaga will host San Diego Saturday at 5 o'clock on ESPN2. The Huskies and the Bears will play in Seattle at 7 on ESPNU. Let's circle back to Friday now with women's college basketball. Free throws the difference between Washington State and Arizona. The 10th-ranked Wildcats won 60-51. The home team made 14 to 17 shots from the charity stripe to steal the victory. Arizona State was the home team against Washington, but it seemed the Sun Devils were playing out in the snow. They shot just 12 of 58 for the game, lost to the Huskies 50-35 on Friday. ASU had just 2 points at the end of the first quarter. Quay Miller and Tamia Sadler each had 10 points to lead the Huskies. On Saturday, 17th-ranked Gonzaga remained unbeaten in West Coast Conference play, 60-57 over Santa Clara. Jen Worth, Leanne Worth, and Melody Kempton each had 12 points for the Bulldogs. On Sunday, 10th-ranked Arizona had no trouble dispatching Washington, 75-53. The Wildcats had 2 starters with 20 points apiece. Quay Miller led the Huskies with 13. And Arizona State held off a late rally from Washington State, beating the Cougars 67-61. Charlize Ledger-Walker led all scorers with 29 points. Coach Etheridge said, her team struggled defensively on Sunday, and that was the difference in the ballgame.
I just thought they were the more aggressive team. They drove it down our throats, and we had really bad one-on-one defense. They got to the line. We played a lot more finesse and didn't get to the line until more in the second half when we went small. I thought we didn't have much of a post presence. I thought they set a bad tone for us. We had some bad rip drives to the basket and scoring easy baskets because we just couldn't keep anybody in front of us in the first half. So it's disappointing. It's just a really disappointing loss for us. But I thought we got beat by the better team. I thought Arizona State played harder and had more passion and stuck to their game plan a lot better than we did.
Now let's do the schedule, shall we, for women's basketball for the week. And it looks like this. After having their game Sunday postponed, because of COVID issues. Third-ranked Louisville will travel to Pitt at 4 o'clock, and 16th-ranked Gonzaga plays at BYU at 5 on Thursday. In the Pac-12 on Friday, Washington State hosts Colorado at noon. Utah plays at Washington at 7. The Lady Bulldogs play at San Diego Saturday at 2 o'clock. And on Sunday, Washington State entertains Utah at noon. The Buffaloes will visit the Huskies at 2 o'clock. Pitchers and catchers report later on this week to Peoria, Arizona. Spring training for the Mariners. And a familiar name is back. James Paxton. He tweeted on Sunday that he is, quote, super excited to rejoin the franchise where he started his professional career at the Big Maple. Agreed to terms on a one-year deal with Seattle for the upcoming season, pending a physical. The club has not confirmed the deal, by the way, but did post a link to the story on its own website. Of course, the Big Maple spent the last 2 years battling injuries when he was with the Yankees. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. At 26 minutes after the hour, happy National Almond Day. And I'm not talking Dwayne Allman or Greg Allman. I'm talking the almonds that you eat. Where do almonds come from? The Middle East, Iran, essentially, in the Middle East. And they grow tall. Wild tree, almond trees that grow in the wild can grow over 30 feet tall. And then it's spread to North Africa and the Mediterranean area, and eventually almonds made its way here to the US of A. And we're glad it did, because about 80% of the world's supply of almonds comes from the United States, and the vast majority of that comes from California. And if you've noticed that the price of almonds have gone up a lot, and I love almonds, I really do, it's basically bees. About half of the nation's supply of bees to pollinate the almond plant need to be trucked into California, and of course, as you know by now, bees they're having a tough go of it, so the pollination process has been slowed considerably, and so now almonds cost more. Fun facts about almonds: almonds are part of the rose family. Why does California have the perfect climate to grow almonds? Hot weather and cool but not cold winters is the perfect way to grow almonds, and California has both of that. Almonds slow the absorption of sugar in the bloodstream, so you like that. There's so many health benefits to almonds, I can't even get into it. By the way, there are over 30 different kinds of almonds. I like the Blue Diamond Smokehouse almonds. I could eat that stuff all day. And I think I did yesterday, I'm not sure. Happy National Almond Day for your obscure holiday. 28 minutes after the hour, today in history. They found King Tut's tomb, and on February 16th, 1923, they opened it. There's Howard Carter unsealing the burial chamber of the pharaoh Tutankhamun. Ironically enough, Tutankhamun in the world of Egyptian pharaohs was almost an afterthought, but the fact that they found his tomb intact makes him the most famous pharaoh of them all, ironically enough. Fun facts about King Tut. His parents were probably siblings. Ugh. Oh, man. He was only 9 when he assumed the position of the leader of Egypt, and he ruled until his death about 10 years later, the youngest pharaoh ever to rule over the ancient Egyptians. When King Tut died, he was buried quickly in a small tomb that was normally reserved for private citizens, not one of the big tombs that pharaohs normally are buried in. Because his tomb was out of the way and they built over the top of it, it remained completely untouched until it was discovered in 1922, opened in 1923 on this date. And that famous mask of King Tut, his burial mask, is made of solid gold and it weighs 22 pounds. King Tut. They opened up his chamber on this date 98 years ago today. Operation Sandblast was launched on this day. The U.S. Navy and a submarine went all the way around the world underwater. The crew didn't know about it until they began their journey. Once they were out in the ocean and they submerged, the captain said, guess what we're going to do? We're going to circumnavigate the globe underwater without once surfacing. It took them quite a while. They were under the water until April 25th of 1960. So about 60 days, they covered 26,723 nautical miles, again, without once going up above the surface of the water. I wonder what the smell of that thing was like when it was all said and done. I'm just curious. Happy birthday to 911. There's Haleyville, Alabama, who hosts an annual 911 festival around this time because it's in Haley, Alabama, population of about 3,000. At the very first 911 emergency telephone system goes into service. Fun facts about 911. Most 911 calls aren't real emergencies. In fact, in 2015, a woman in Ohio was arrested, charged with a misdemeanor because she called 911 to report bad Chinese food. The FCC estimates that roughly half of all 911 calls made by cell phones in New York City are accidental. That comes out to about 84 million calls a year. The worst thing you can do to a 911 dispatcher is to end the call before they answer. Every time somebody calls and hangs up, they are required by law to call that number back. So even if you call by mistake, the best thing to do is stay on the line and say, oops, I called by mistake, instead of just hanging up, because they will call you back. More than 80% of emergency calls now come from wireless phones, but that poses a challenge for dispatchers because cell phones are very hard to trace. A landline, they can trace it back immediately to where it came from. So if you need to make a 911 call, your best bet is do a landline. So for whatever reason, they at least know where you are. And in some situations, a 911 caller may be unable to speak. So if there's like an intruder in your home or you're choking or something like that, dispatchers are trained to ask yes or no questions, and the caller answers them by pushing the buttons on their phone. There you go, 911 facts. And finally, 16 years ago today, for the first time ever, the only time ever, an entire season was canceled because of a labor dispute. The National Hockey League cancels the entire 2004-2005 regular season on the state back in 2005. They canceled the season, they canceled the playoffs because the owners and the players couldn't get together. There was no Stanley Cup in 2005. Still hard to believe. Birthdays at 32 minutes after the hour. Henry Adams, the author of what is considered the best English language nonfiction book of the 20th century. It's called The Education of Henry Adams. It won the Pulitzer Prize. And when they did all of these rankings at the end of the 20th century back in 1999, The Education of Henry Adams came in as the #1 nonfiction book for the 20th century. Henry Adams, a journalist, historian, and author, and it's a pretty good book too. He was born in the state in 1838. Richard McDonald, one half of the McDonald's brothers. Richard and his brother Maurice founded McDonald's, of course, eventually sold out to Ray Kroc for not a lot of money, but he and his brother get the honors of saying, we started it all. Richard McDonald, born in the state in 1909. And one of the few celebrities I've actually met, Ice-T. When they were in Wenatchee filming the movie Surviving the Game back in the early 1990s, I got to meet Ice-T. I have an autographed photo of Ice-T. Now, of course, he was a rapper back then. Now he's much better known for his acting. Ice-T celebrates birthday number 63 today. 33 minutes after the hour, Mike McDonough's got an opinion when we come back, and then Eric Granstrom, our sports director, had a chance to sit down via Zoom to talk to the owner of the Wenatchee AppleSox, Jose Oglesby, and the general manager, Allie Schank. Big changes, good changes coming to the AppleSox this year. All we got to do is hope they play baseball. That conversation is coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
At Winco, we're working to save you money. Every aisle, every department, every day. Winco.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
Yahoo Wenatchee Valley, Super Sale has begun. Savings up to 50% off quality brands such as Joseph, Tribal, Karen King, Nick and Zoe, Habitat, French Dressing, selected sweaters, tunics, jackets, jeans, handbags, wallets, jewelry, boots, etc., etc. Fresh and Broaden your wardrobe. Help us make room for all the new spring fashions. Comfy and cute styles will be shipping soon. Collins and Brighton have a Darling Heart necklace as a gift with the Brighton purchase of $100 or more. Thank you for shopping local at Collins, where fun meets fashion in downtown Wenatchee.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Is search engine optimization right for my business? Maybe. Studies show the first and second search results get 50% of all the clicks. But you have to fight national chains to get there. If the user has to scroll down to find you, tough luck. You could hide a dead body on page 2 and the whole zombie apocalypse on page 3. Or you could spend less and get an ad in the Impact Big Print Phonebook, giving local businesses a chance to shine.
Impact Directories. Bigger print, better book.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today. Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, back in my high school hippie days, my buds and I, we used to sit in my pal John Dowd's bedroom and listen to the first rock opera, Tommy by The Who. Remember that? Hey, we're talking more than 50 years ago. But the other day, I was in my hot tub with my grandson and my son-in-law, and we were listening to music from Tommy, particularly Pinball Wizard. They thought it was great. Hey, just goes to show, good rock and roll never dies. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
How much are you paying for adult, family, or assisted living? Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living offers one-bedroom apartments for one affordable price. Their rates are all-inclusive, no nickel or diming or sudden increases, just one set price. You or your loved one will receive good food and excellent care in a relaxed, home-like environment. Stop on by for a tour to see if the Epladolin family is the right choice for you.
Family-owned and operated Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living in Cashmere. Affordable care.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner with dine-in or takeout options. Highlander Grill's friendly staff is here to serve you 7 days a week this winter. Contact Shalane, Highlander Grill's site coordinator, to schedule your corporate event or special occasion.
contractors, furniture makers, and weekend do-it-yourselfers around north central Washington will tell you that Lombard's Hardwood Supply is the place to get what you need. Lombard's full millwork shop can handle jobs large or small. Lombard's has a full line of interior and exterior doors available, as well as custom barn doors. From alderwood to zebrawood and everything in between, it's Lombard's Hardwood Supply on School Street in Sunny Slope. Like us on Facebook and check out our monthly special.
NCW Life Channel continues with a baseball talk. It seems like it's been forever since we've been able to talk about the Wenatchee AppleSox, but by gosh, we're going to do it here on NCW Life Channel. Joining us on our Zoom conference, we have Jose Oglesby, who is the owner of the Wenatchee AppleSox, and the brand new, congratulations, General Manager Allie Schank joins us now. First of all, I'll go to Allie. Congratulations on your new position.
Thank you.
So tell me about the first thing you did as the official GM of the Wenatchee AppleSox.
The first thing that I did, I believe that I wrote a rent check. So that was the first thing that I did.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations. You got to spend money.
That was it. So, no, it was actually my birthday when I officially kind of
right.
her. So that was a fun week. It was just kind of a lot of stuff thrown at me. But no, honestly, I just kind of went into the office and got down to business. Jose and I had a lot of long talks, so it was nice.
Jose, let's talk about Ken Osborne first of all. I know he was instrumental in helping you when you made the purchase of the team from Jim Corcoran and kind of help you ease into the Valley. And how good was it to have Ken to help Allie to get into this position where it's probably a fairly seamless transition?
Oh yeah, no, that was incredible. Ken was a rock as far as support is concerned. He was someone we could always go to with questions, for support, and he definitely showed us the ropes. So and now I think he did a good job showing Allie all the things, all the ins and outs of running the operations, and now she gets to try it solo.
We have some exciting things to be talking about here in this little interview about things to come for the season. But first, let's talk about the season to come. And with all these questions in the air about COVID and everything else, Jose, what is the league looking at? I know we've got a new team in Nanaimo this year, but they're north of the border. What are we looking at for a 2021 summer season of baseball in the Wenatchee Valley and across the West Coast League?
We're optimistic in the league that we are going to have baseball at some level. The question is what the capacity is going to be in the stadiums. And the other big question, which you just alluded to, is the border situation. We are hopeful that the border will be open, but if the border doesn't open, then we'll have to do some fallback plans.
So as far as planning is concerned, I know that last summer, of course, we got wiped out. You had season tickets for last year, Allie. I guess that's the first thing for your concern this year is if you can have fans. You've already got fans that are waiting on another season, right?
Yeah, we do. We did tell all of our fans in 2020 when our season was postponed that we were going to push their season tickets into 2021. And so most of them ended up talking to us and saying that was wonderful and that they would love to see us in 2021 when everyone was hopefully safer. And so those season ticket holders will be coming up and hopefully being able to watch the games, pending capacity requirements and whatnot from our governor. So.
I assume, Jose, the talk with the league is that's probably a moving target as far as you get closer to bringing the guys into town and being able to start practice and things like that. And that's something to think about too, is that, we love watching the baseball as fans, but this is really a developmental league to give these guys a chance to play, right?
Correct. And our coach has done an amazing job of recruiting all the players. He has a pretty full roster at the moment. Those guys are just waiting for the orders to show up. And the league is going to, starting in mid-March, we're going to start meeting regularly to assess the data and assess the situation. And, we'll probably make a some sort of decisions on schedules, revisions, and things like that, probably in early May.
Well, I know you've got your schedule out. Folks can go to applesox.com on the web to see the schedule that's coming up. And I know we're hoping for a full season of baseball this year. And I know that last year when things were sketchy and you didn't know what was going to happen, the league and yourself were very volatile. I mean, you guys were trying to think of ways just to have some baseball, and that included a camp situation. Is that conversation still ongoing on that, if there are still these restrictions going on?
No, I think we're hoping to have a more traditional season, again, with some sort of capacities all the way from no fans to some fans. I think we'll do more of that. We do have, some ideas always for new things that we could do, but those are outside of the diamond.
Well, let's talk about new things coming to the ballpark. Of course, we're talking about 2021 and a season that's still kind of a question mark. We're hoping to plod through with that and have fans in the stands and get back to normal again. But, I mean, AppleSox baseball is going to be here for years to come. So the things that you guys are doing right now are pretty exciting no matter what happens this summer for summers to come. Let's talk about some of the excitement that fans are going to see when they come to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
So a big thing that we're going to see in 2021 when you guys arrive at the ballpark is we will have a new scoreboard. So that new scoreboard will include a huge video board as well, which will be awesome. We'll be able to see a lot of cool announcements and graphics and replays and different ads and everything that you can imagine on there. So it'll be a really fun way to upgrade the ballpark and a way to bring technology in, which will be really nice. We're also going to be increasing and upgrading our ticket scanning capability. And so instead of going into the gate, we're actually going to be scanning tickets. We're going to be making sure that we're super COVID safe and COVID friendly. And so a lot of that includes just updating the ballpark and making sure that we're using the best technology that we can.
Jose, you guys also came out with an announcement yesterday about some new technology where we are going to be able to do it as far as challenging a college pitcher. How's that work?
Well, no, we are going to have a virtual reality headset that is mostly useful for training, and we want to offer this to players. That's available to players everywhere, including, I hope, we're going to try to promote players in the Wenatchee area who want to improve their baseball. Anyone ages 13 and over that can use a virtual reality headset should be able to use this app. And we want to make sure that we have that app available. Right now, as a promotion, it's available for 6 months for anybody who wants to go try it out and has a headset. What I want to do in the summer is I want to be able to have the headsets available at the park where people try them out. And I also want to have it available to our players and to our campers.
Well, that sounds pretty fun. It's called Win Reality. You can find out more. They had an announcement yesterday on the AppleSox Facebook page. They also have an article on that on the website. Speaking of website and the high technology, you're also offering an opportunity for fans to be able to watch the games anywhere from the world, right?
Correct. We will have a deal with PlaySide Inc. To do a live streaming using these cameras that have been installed in the ballpark. There are 4 of them. They are first base, third base, behind home plate, and center field. So our live streaming has gotten much better in quality than what we've done in the past. So this is going to be available on our website. Or on our Facebook live stream. I haven't quite decided yet. There's still some details that need to be ironed out, but we are really excited about bringing that to our fans in the Valley.
One thing that's fun has been the partnership between the AppleSox over the years and the college. Obviously, the ballpark is located on the college campus, but it sounds like you're going to roll some of these things out for Wenatchee Valley College to be able to utilize as well, too, correct?
Absolutely. The college is our tenant. They are valued partners. They've been with us since the beginning, obviously, and they continue to support us. And so one of our ways of giving back there is to make this technology and things that we're bringing available for the night season as well. And this is a win-win situation in that, they get the use of the technology, and then in return, we get to use it ourselves, but we also hopefully get people used to it, and we get people who can operate it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you right here that I'm ready for baseball, baby. Let's play some baseball.
Nice.
Marco Gonzalez bobblehead. Yeah, I think we're all ready just to breathe some fresh air and to share some companionship and hear the crack of the bat and smell the hot dogs and hamburgers cooking in the air. And let's just get back to something normal, shall we?
Yes. That'll be the day. And keep tuned for more exciting announcements from us. This is going to be a great off season. We got lots of stuff coming up.
All right, applesox.com is the website. Of course, we're also talking about getting a chance to play some ball here on NCAA Life Channel as well, and we'll have more announcements as the future comes, as we get ready for baseball coming the 1st of June, and I can't wait for a 2021 season for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball in the West Coast League. Jose Oglesby and Allie Schank, thank you very much for taking the time to join us here on the NCAA Life Channel.
Play ball.
Are you ready to freshen up your home? Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom is filled with high-quality furniture that's always discounted to give you their best price every day. Boswell's is receiving new furniture deliveries each week, so you'll be sure to find just what you need for your home without the wait. Complimentary design assistance and free local delivery. Superior customer service and the best value for your money. Start at Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Arrondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
There are so many possibilities for you to learn local right here at Wenatchee Valley College. Take classes towards a degree or certificate in more than 50 areas of study. Wenatchee Valley College now offers a large variety of virtual classes, including labs, sign language, music, and machining, and they have the resources to help you succeed in virtual classes. So when a college degree is your goal, learn local at Wenatchee Valley College.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Starting to see a little bit more blue sky out there on this Tuesday morning, but it's still chilly. It's still 16 degrees, but we're going to get up to near normal, not quite normal, but pretty close to it. It's all relative, of course, because it was a very chilly stretch of weather. In fact, if you just joined us, we set a record low on Friday. We got all the way down to 15 degrees. 15 degrees. on Friday. Broke the old record of 16 degrees set back in 1989, but there's a warming trend headed our way. We'll do the details here in just a couple of minutes, but we have a minute or two. Now the sun is up and doing the job. Let's take another look around the valley, see what we have for you around north central Washington. There is, of course, the Wenatchee Valley proper, and you can see there's some patches of blue up there. And we are going to see some sunshine later on this afternoon, maybe a little bit of snow melt. Highs will be in the lower 40s. We're going to see highs, by the way, in the 50s by the time we get to the weekend, but we still have another band of snow. It's going to pay us a visit Thursday night into early Friday morning. Again, details are coming up. Camera number 2, I think it's the same cameras, just maybe moved her. Oh, no. She's decided to go see Leavenworth. That's the Tumwater Canyon camera. Good work, Megan, there. Threw me a curveball. I could never hit a curveball. Fastball I could hit. Curveball I could just not hit. Good morning to the Bavarian village of Leavenworth. And not surprisingly, I can see a few snowflakes coming down in the Leavenworth area. It is apt to happen this time of the year. Camera number 3. It's off to see, well, I think we're back to the, no, wait a minute. Is that Steins? That's Steins pointed towards the Wenatchee Valley. And again, little patch of blue up there in the upper right-hand corner as we look out over Cashmere. The Cashmere Golf Course is that big swath of white that you see at the bottom center of your screen. You can make out the fairgrounds and most of Cashmere. It looks like the clouds in the low fog are starting to burn off a little bit from the top of Steins Hill. Camera number 4. Ooh, number 1 Canyon? I haven't used that one in a long time. Hi, number 1 Canyon. That is 5th Street to your right, just right next to the NCW Life Bug and the foothills in around the western part of the Wenatchee Valley, looking out over to the East Wenatchee area and Badger Mountain. Good work this morning from my friend Megan. All right, let's, we do have a slide. Some additional snow here in the valley? No, but in the passes, yep, they're going to get more snow. By the way, I-90 is still closed, but Stevens is reopened. They had avalanche control work going on Stevens. I-90 has been closed since yesterday. Hopefully they'll get it reopened. We'll give you an update on that. As you can see, another band of snow going to head into the Cascades. They catch a break on Wednesday and Wednesday night, and then more snow, and I mean a lot of snow expected for the Cascades towards the back half of the week. So that's the additional snow for today. Here in the valley, not much, as you can tell. All right, from the National Weather Service, here you go. Some patchy fog, a few clouds. Eventually it'll burn off, and then we'll have some sunshine this afternoon. Very pleasant indeed, high right around 41 or 42 degrees. Patchy fog reforms tonight, otherwise fairly clear, 28 for the overnight low. Now that 28 degree mark, that was our afternoon high temperature for the last few days. So you can see it's going to warm up a little bit. Sunshine Wednesday looks very nice. High of about 42 or 43, 27 for the overnight low on Wednesday night. Thursday, we're going to have clouds most of the day, and then late in the afternoon Thursday, right around 4:30, 5. Here comes another round of snow. Not a lot of snow, maybe half an inch, maybe an inch of snow Thursday night into Friday. We'll top off, as you can see, cooler on Thursday at 35 degrees, 28 for the overnight low. And then a little bit of light snow Friday morning. It eventually tapers off with some breaks and a high of 42 degrees on Friday. And then look at the weekend. Look at that, 44, 48, 50. 44, 48, 50. I'd liken that if you are saying enough for this winter, let's get spring going, all right? So not too bad, all things considered. And the roadways this morning in and around the Wenatchee Valley, not too bad. That is a live shot of I-90. You notice there's no cars on it because it ain't open. A 72-mile stretch of Snoqualmie Pass has been closed since late yesterday afternoon. They had so much snow and so much traffic because of the holiday, they couldn't keep up with it, so they shut it down. It shut down at North Bend eastbound and westbound. It's shut down at Ellensburg. They are reassessing the situation as we speak, but they don't know when they're going to reopen Snoqualmie Pass. So your option is Stevens. And Stevens is now open, but it's a chain requirement on all vehicles. Stevens Pass is down there, trust me. All vehicles have a chain requirement unless you have all-wheel drive. It is snowing with compact snow and ice on the roadway, but at least they're done with their avalanche control work. Blewett Pass, traction tires are advised as we speak. Compact snow and ice on the roadway. It has stopped snowing on Blewett. It was snowing earlier in the day. It has tapered off. As far as the forecast for the mountain passes, snowfall today, 3 to 7 inches, and then tonight 3 to 5 inches. Then they catch a break. They should have no snowfall, or very little anyway, Wednesday and Wednesday night, and then starting Thursday and going all the way through the weekend, it's going to snow and it ain't going to stop. They're going to be measuring it in feet, not inches, in the mountain passes starting on Thursday, so you were warned. Winter driving conditions are coming. If you need to take the mountain passes, Wednesday and Wednesday night is your best bet. That's it for us. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.